Greetings and salutations. What's going on? It's Wednesday, so we're gonna do karmic situations. It's the last 35 minutes at my gig, so I figure I'll use this time to knock this out. So I'm gonna keep these very brisk, which is kind of better for y'all who don't like hearing long, drawn-out messages. So head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant, and we will begin. Head, that's swords, thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology. That's the direction you're going. That's the decisions that you're making. Everything starts from the mind. Cups are feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators of where you're going mentally. Your heart and mind must be aligned with everything that you do. Who rules the heart and mind department? The divine feminine, you can tell. Wands are actions and behavior. Wands are things you're doing or things you've done, not what you finna do, because what you finna do don't mean anything. What you've done has karma and accountability attached to it. What you're doing has karma and accountability attached to it. What you finna do does not. And you got pinnacles. That's toes. Pinnacles are persons, places, and things. Stuff you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pinnacles expire, and all pinnacles are temporary, and all pinnacles have expiration dates, including you, me, and you. So, no further ado, let's get with it. Top row, this is the Divine Feminine's direct energy. And conscious or direct energy, bottom line energy is your karma, feminine. Overall energy is fairly important. Bottom line energy is very important. So, coming to the situation, what's fairly important, feminine, we got the Two of Wands. This is work. What's Two of Wands? That's making ends meet. That's your 9 to 5. Whatever you do to make ends meet, whatever you doing to Two of Wands survive. Okay? This is your job. Purpose isn't part of your job unless you work for yourself, providing services or jobs for the community, taking risks personally. That's a King of Pentacles, the life of an owner. So if you're an owner, then maybe your 9 to 5 could be your enterprise, could be your like path and purpose. But if you work for another person, then that's what you're doing to make ends meet. Feminines, you gotta work. Even for the feminines who ain't working, you need to work on something. Like this could be putting work into yourself, right? To make you physically whatever. This could be dieting, just working on your diet, working on your health, working on your mind, working on yourself. It's always work to do. If you really could sit here and say if you ain't working and really could sit here and say you ain't got shit to do, it's always God's business to do. But working for God is a 3 of Wands. It's just the evolved part of whatever this is. But it's just work. Feminines, whatever y'all do to make ends meet, take appreciation in that. There's a lot of people not working out here. By choice, not by force. Say that shit 2 times. By choice, not by force. Don't become one of them feminists who don't like working, because then you'll feel entitled to not working. So then it's going to come to a point where you're going to have to work again, and you ain't been working for so long that it'd be like you trying to learn how to do algebra at 50. Work is very important. Told you, it's actions and behavior. That's what wands are. What makes a good person? Their work ethic, their dedication to their job, the patience that they have. Like even the people who at work really ain't working. It's like a CNN. If you work, do the best job you can do. Have patience with clients. Like really put that work in. If you work at a factory or something, please know the equipment that you using. Like when you put a little extra bit of work in your 9 to 5, it's only gonna make your character and integrity on point. We know a lot of people who work but don't be working. Ain't time to be lazy. So even if you ain't working, work on yourself. Work on your children. Work on, I don't know, making the family more church activated or something like that. Like, you know what? I'm gonna work on making us make sure we go to church. I'm gonna work on making Fridays family days. I'm gonna work on myself. I'm gonna work on this house. Work. It's very important. Bottom line, what's very important is the Knight of Cups. This is the Romeo and Juliet card. This is romance. This is putting spark back in your love life. This is really understanding your partner, or really getting your partner to understand you. It's a little juvenile in the emotions department. It's just a knight. Knights are really immature, but aces to tens are karmic cycles. Knights, queens, kings, and things are divine realms. How do divines move? We do Ace of Tens, just like the Karmics do, but we do Knights, Queens, and Kings and things with other divines. So we do stuff for the kingdom. We do stuff for the world. We do stuff for other people. We do stuff for ourselves. Knight of Cups is the Romeo and Juliet card, and like I say, it's Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy. They died in their youth. They didn't really grow old to become Rome and Jules. So if you're in a relationship, you want to be in it for the long end. You're going to have to put some work to make that magic happen and keep that love there, you know what I'm saying? Past the honeymoon phase, past the recognition phase, you know. It's going to take a lot of work on your heart, you know what I mean, to really grow and become the best lover you can be, or become the best mother you can be, or become the best sister you can be, or daughter or something like that. Like, you know, it ain't just the work that you do to make ends meet. It's the work that you do on yourself. It's a lot of internal work to be done as well as external work. But that's still in the third dimension. We still got 4 fifth dimensional jobs to do. Coming to the situation, feminine, you got the King of Pinnacles. This is a CEO card, or a karmic masculine, or a master manifester. Be the equivalent of a wizard. Be the equivalent of, like I said, just a person that can manifest any pinnacle that they please. If you are a boss, not a boss, excuse me, that's the Queen of Pentacles. If you are owner, then you are taking risks out here, providing products and services and providing jobs for the community. It all falls on you. You might have people working under you. You might have people running your business for you, but at the end of the day, you are the one that's accountable. So everything falls on you. If anything happens, lawsuit, regulation, company misuse or whatever, it's all going to fall on you. So as a CEO, make sure you hire a good boss. Make sure you got good people working up under you. Make sure whoever you putting in charge or putting in power, that you can really read them well. Because a lot of businesses go under from, like I say, people under them doing shortcuts. So really keep tabs of who you got working for you. Be like an undercover boss. Just pop up on your staff and see what really goes on once you leave type situation. We ain't talking about spying on them. We just talking about being candid with your workers. If this is a master manifester, you manifested something. You know what I mean? You manifested something that the average person can't manifest. But with great power comes great responsibility. More money, more problems. And you accountable. So any business dealings that's proper or improper, it's going to be karma from that. It's accountability to that. You know what I mean? So clarifying this King of Pentacles, the karma to this is the Fool card. You cannot be an owner and not know who is running your business. You can't be an owner and not know regulations or not know what you can or can't do legally. That's not going to fly. So, feminists, just be very aware on what business you're venturing into. Research it. Find out other people that's running the same business that you run. Talk to them. Befriend them. Join forces with them. You know, the more you know, the better off you're going to be. Being unaware, so you can't start a business and not know how regulations is. You can't start a company, put the money up to start the company and not know who your customer is, who your clientele is, what your demographic is. You don't half-ass nothing, especially business dealings like this. You ain't going to apply for no big-ass loan or apply for a big grant or get funded by the state or the feds and play dumb. Play the I don't know game. Play the I wasn't aware game. All a Fool card is just being unaware. Get aware. That's what a CEO does. I mean, it ain't like you working at your spot. You got somebody else working for you. Okay, the best thing you can do is learn the business to grow your business. Feminine, you personally, in regards to yourself, you got God here. God is the King of Swords. You know, God come out, it's either something good, something bad, or something ugly that's gonna happen. It's a 66% chance that it ain't bad, but it's a 33% chance that it might be. And even if it's bad, it's good. Because God don't make mistakes and God works in mysterious ways. God is also perfect and absolute. There's nothing imperfected about the perfection that is God. God is also mental. That's why he's the King of Swords. So God got something special for you. Let's see what this is. Feminine. Verifying that is the Nine of Swords. So God gonna help you out in ways that you're stressing in. So Nine of Swords is the stress card. Stress is something you put on yourself. It's mental, something you register, just like God, mental, something you register. Nine of Swords is losing sleep, losing teeth, losing hair, losing weight, or gaining weight the wrong way due to too many thoughts. You're too blessed to be stressed. Or in some feminist cases, let go and let God. Stress is something you put on you, like ketchup on your fries, like cheese on your taco, like salt on your steak. Ain't nobody stressing you out. You stressing yourself out. Your kids ain't stressing you out. You stressing yourself out. These niggas ain't stressing you out. You stressing yourself out. And that's a King of Pinnacles, something you're going to have to really register and acknowledge. What's the step after stress? Nine of Swords. It could be death. It ain't physical ailments that kill you. It's your mental thought process on it. A doctor can tell you got 6 months to live. You can live another 6 years with the right mental mentality. You still got a Two of Wands, put the work in though. It's like you stressing over something, feminine. Whether it's your twin flame situation, whether it's your company, whether it's, like I said, regulations that you didn't know of and you think you're going to get made an example of by the government or the feds or something like that. You know what I mean? Don't fret, don't trip. Everything happens for a reason. But you learn by doing. So make sure you learn as much as possible. You wouldn't just go to a job and just wing it every single day. No, know your job. Learn how to be the best at your job so you're the most preferred. So your integrity with the company is just on point. So even if you do decide to not work anymore, you still cool with the job and you can use them as a reference. That's directly in regards to yourself. We got God and stress. Like whatever you're stressing over, feminine, let go and let God. You know what I'm saying? God got you at the end of the day. The karma to yourself, we got the Five of Pentacles. We had this in your situation this week. A lot of feminines, I'm a divine feminine, including myself, are going to go without things. Five of Pentacles is the dark night of soul. It's going without something. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tight to something or being scared to let something go. Whatever that something is something you're going to go without. By choice or by force. Whatever it is you ain't going with anymore, feminine, it's okay. Might be a little stressful that whatever this thing is gone, or this thing is you losing. Like I said, it could be your company, it could be your marriage. Whatever it is, let go and let God. Okay? Don't fret. But it seems like you're going to fret. So you directly, in regards to the masculine energy, we got the Knight of Swords. This is fear. It's another knight. Knights are juvenile energies. Fear. This is being mentally discombobulated from a Ten of Swords that just recently happened. What's after the Nine of Swords? Stress. Death. You know what I mean? What's after death? Fear. Ten of Swords. A lot of people just die. Of course you're scared. Of course you got a right to be scared. A lot of people getting sick. It's an epidemic out here. Of course you a little fearful. People getting mugged and robbed all up in your neighborhood. Of course you should, like I said, keep in mind. Fear is mental too. Keep it in mind. But you don't stay in this energy. Fear is just a direction you going with something. Somebody scares the shit out you. It ain't fear like you shaking in your boots fear. It's just you mentally going in a direction with them. Because you don't know how. You don't know their mental state. You don't know what direction they finna go. It's like walking around eggshells with a person. Kind of puts you in a mental place. So even like the fear of God. I only fear two things in this world. God and my mother. And I fear them equally. It's a healthy fear. It's a such thing as healthy fear. I have a healthy fear of God. Why do I fear God? Because He's in control. He controls the lights on and lights off in this motherfucker. Everything that I am, or everything that I have, or everything that will be is because of Him. I'm not in control. He is. It's a little fear of me not being in control of my situation. Oh, I control my own life. But my fate, yeah, that's in God's hands. Future, yeah, that's in God's hands. A lot of shit in God's hands. And going back to you directly in regards to yourself, feminine, you're just going to have to let go and let God. Karma to the masculine energy, you got the Ace of Swords. So going back to the Knight of Swords, this is in the masculine's department. So it's a particular masculine that you walking around eggshells with, or a particular masculine you trying not to piss off, or a particular masculine that's been acting a little crabby and you don't want to push them over the edge or anything. Fuck all that. Get to the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is strength, power, authority, dominion, courage, valor, A for anything you need to succeed, survive, and thrive in life. Anything you need to succeed, survive, and thrive, you can A for attain or A for acquire yourself. It's a mental thing. Ace of Swords is like the loading chamber in the Matrix. What do you need? Guns, lots of them. It will A for appear. Anything you need to succeed, survive, and thrive in life, it's already been given to you. You just gotta attain it. You just gotta acquire it. You just gotta claim it. You don't know if you got enough to even get the job that you're trying to get. Oh, you more than enough. Just believe you more than enough. You don't know if you got what it takes to get into a flame union, reunion, and recognition. Yes, you do. You don't know how you're gonna survive in this world the way the world seems to be going in the near future. You got what it takes. Only thing, like I said, only limitation you got in life is your mentality towards things. You can literally be like Dr. Stephen Hawkins. You know what I mean? You can't walk, can't really physically talk. As long as you got a brain, a sword, everything gonna be all right. You can lose your limbs. You understand what I'm saying? You can lose your vision. You can lose a lot of shit. But as long as you got your mind, you A-okay. That's something to take with you. Future final row, wrapping this up. Feminine, directly going to the future. You got the Two of Pentacles. Just holding on too tight to something. Excuse me. That's the Four of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is you and another Pentacle. This could be somebody in your face and in your space. This is like you and the person you got renting your house. You and a roommate. You and your best friend. You and your child. You and your spouse. You and your house. It's something close to you that you really need to put a little focus on. Clarifying that, we got the Queen of Wands, which is you, Divine Feminine. It's someone, just a person. Pentacles are a person, place, or thing. It's some person or some place or something that's very close and near and dear to you. I just take it, whatever this was, you probably don't have it around anymore. Or whatever this was, you probably got it in your life now because you had something else that was here that's not here anymore. I told you, Pentacles are switched. Pentacles get rearranged. Pentacles can be taken, stolen, reused. Pentacles come and go. You know what I mean? What stands the test of time is your wands, your actions and your behavior. The stuff you've done or the stuff you're doing counts, not what you have. This world's a pinnacle. Like I say, one day this world is going to look like Mars. We just happen to have the world right now. One day you're going to look up and, like I said, maybe the sky going to be scorched or something and this shit really going to be looking like the fourth, fifth dimension, which is Zion from the Matrix. Shit really going to be looking like the real world in the Matrix one day. But until then, enjoy life. The end ain't happened. The whole world going to know when the end is. You know what I'm saying? Mark of the Beast ain't out here. Like, the whole world gonna know on that. Plus, the revolution ain't gonna be televised. The end is not gonna be televised. It ain't gonna be a play-by-play of the end of the world. When the end of the world happens, we all know it's the end, and it's just gonna end. So, respect life. Respect the world in its current state. Yeah, it's shitty. Yeah, we moving into a whole new era of BS, but, hey, the shit ain't hit the fan yet. So, focus on that. Last Karmic message, we got you and your karma. Feminine, you need to focus. Focus on what matters, not what doesn't. Focus on the people you like and love. Who gives a fuck about the people you don't like? Who gives a fuck about your haters? Who gives a fuck about the naysayers? Like, focus on what matters, not what don't. The kingdom, that's what matters. God, that's what matters. Path and purpose, that's what matters. Divine love, that's what matters. Flings really don't matter. Having a good time really don't matter. It's just Pinnacles you enjoying when you having a good time. You can have a good time doing work for God, or at least groom yourself to do that. Focus. Just a little focus factor, feminines. Focus on what matters, what doesn't, leave it alone. Even when you watching readers and catching messages out here, catch good messages. It's a lot of riffraff, a lot of BS. People want to talk about other people's business. People want to talk about celebrity deaths. People want to talk about doom and gloom, the end of the world. Fuck all that. We got a lot of living to do before we die. Focus on living. Fuck doom and gloom. Fuck death. Death is only the beginning. Focus. Because from focus come pure thoughts. With pure thoughts come pure energy, in my personal opinion. And that's the message that I got. Hope I can be of good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Gotta move to the next message. Deuces.